dell'ascoltatore. Grazie Elisabetta, mi hai salvato.
Oh, wow. That transitioned way faster than I wanted to. Yeah, I didn't even get through the coughs. You know, it's only like I've been doing this for 5 years and I pushed the wrong buttons on different things. So we're going to get started right now. This is Circle of Jerks.
You're a fucking idiot.
I actually am. I am very sorry. That actually caught me off guard. I was doing my hand gestures and showing my dick and doing all those things.
Wait,
that
your
I normally
dick was
do.
out?
Oh, yeah. You can't see it because I'm behind all these monitors.
Son of a bitch.
But you are listening to Circle of Jerks on Rayman Digital. Thank you for listening. If however you found us, if you're live on Twitch, if you're a Patreon subscriber, if you're on YouTube, if you're all that, wherever you are, remember, rate, review, subscribe. It helps us out a ton. I am the host, the one and only Bobby D, and with me in the studio are all my jerks, Brian, Ryan, and Steve.
Yo, 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 yo.
Hey.
Fuck yeah. Ooh, that was hot.
So, you guys want to just have sex?
Yeah, you
No,
guys should
thank
just
you,
you guys
sir.
should just fuck.
No, it's not like real.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
we're
just
acting.
fake. It's fake. Like you guys aren't fucking.
I mean, you have the candle. Like, if you guys are on Twitch right now, you can see that Steve has the romantic candle. It's to get rid of the sex smell.
Yeah.
The
latex smell.
What is the flavor? Is it a flavor or is it a scent?
It's
It's scent. Yeah.
It's pumpkin woods.
Ooh,
God, that gave me a boner.
Brian, what does pumpkin woods do for you?
I want to like,
What?
you know how like when you start carving a pumpkin and
Oh, boy.
like you start getting the spoon in there and digging it, it gets all nice and mushy. That's what I want Steven's ass to be.
You want to stir my ass like a pumpkin?
You gonna get all the
I wanna
seeds
suck all
out?
the seeds out.
He's gonna put seeds in. What do you?
God, no.
What?
I'm gonna get all them cobwebs out and them seeds, and I'm gonna put them in the oven, bake them, and I'm gonna eat them.
That's a backwards
Oh.
pumpkin.
Just shit seeds.
Oh God, that's fucking awful.
Isn't that like diverticulitis or something like that? If you scrape the seeds out of his butt.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
All right, we are back, and this is going to be our final show ever, or of the year.
Ever? Damn.
I mean, at the rate we're going, I don't know how to do an intro. We're talking about spooning Steve's ass
Like a
That's
pumpkin.
true. Yeah.
like a pumpkin.
That's a good point.
I'm sure there's a terms of service that we are
Violating?
Oh.
somewhere.
I feel I'm being violated.
Yes.
Well, you're not being violated
Oh,
yet, but
grow
it's
up.
getting there.
It's on video, so we can see nobody's touching you.
I love how you say grow up.
Why, Daddy?
What are you eating over there, bud?
I can smell those fucking
I
things.
can't,
all the way
yeah.
over
Lifesavers,
here.
gummies, wild berries.
Wow.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor,
Not yet.
but they can sponsor us.
Yeah, they can. we will have Brian eat gummies on every show if you want to sponsor
Oh
us.
my God, I would love that.
Yes, and then we'll be sponsored by Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Taking left
Been
foot
there,
since
done that.
1950. So this is our last show of the year.
Yes.
2021 is over. It is hard to believe.
so
I
weird.
believe we're on like jerk 35 or something at this point.
Year 3 of 2021.
Yes, year 3 of 2021.
In the year 3 of 2021.
Now, I'm usually not the ranter when it comes
Steve
to
got his ass plowed. I don't know, dude.
Are you all right there,
You
Brian?
okay, bud?
Yeah.
Do you got anything you need to get off your chest at this moment, or can I continue?
I don't think so.
Okay. just let me know, because this is our therapy sessions for everybody.
Yes.
I mean, anybody that wants to come on here and talk, I'll charge you $120 an hour, and you can talk, and we'll get you through whatever we need.
Sounds like a fucking deal.
All right. I just want to let you know we're here for you, buddy. So, people don't believe in just like, I don't know, the free market or enterprise or, I don't know, supply and demand. Because there are people bitching because I have a way of getting PlayStation 5s and I'm trying to make money off of them.
You're just now telling me this? Motherfucker.
You are so dumb.
How did you not know this?
I've been sitting here for weeks trying to score one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Bob's
did you
not-
ever
Bob-
talk to me about
with
it?
tweet notifications.
Bob's already got 2. He's already had 2.
Oh, y'all can go to hell.
You want to be next on the list,
Whoa,
Steve?
Because I'm getting mine from Bob, bitch.
Steve, I will let you know the next time that the bot picks up on a PlayStation 5 drop.
Yeah, you oiled walnut little bitch.
I waited for 30 fucking minutes on BestBuy.com. That site can suck a dick.
And they're gone in 10 seconds, dude. Good luck. So you wasted fucking
Oh,
29 minutes.
well, I mean, I wasn't sitting there waiting, like staring at it, but it was in the background while
It was in the background while I was watching porn.
No, I was watching Daredevil.
So porn.
Some porn.
Yeah.
Nerd porn.
Nerd porn, yeah.
Yeah, so I had got a PlayStation, and I was trying to raffle it off for $20 a spot to try to make some money off of it to give people a shot. And people were bitching at me because I am taking away a child's presence and I am doing all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, supply and demand's a fucking bitch
It is.
at this point. And these people were getting all angry at me to the point that I was like, you know what? I don't have to do anything nice for anybody else. I'm just going to sell it to Brian. And I pulled it down and I refunded everybody their money because not only was I giving them the chance to turn $20 into a PlayStation, I was also giving them a buyout option to where that $20, I would give them $500 if they wanted it.
The thing.
Oh, so if they
Didn't want it and they wanted the
They got it.
$500, I would give them
Yeah.
$500.
Okay.
So here's the thing that always makes me laugh is people.
Softball douchebags.
Well, there's that, yes, because that's just a normal thing. But the supply and demand, the people that don't quite understand supply and demand, and they don't quite understand premium good supply and demand. So, and here's the other thing, okay, that just to caveat on that point is that there is always, you are really on it today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You how much
keep eating
sugar
them-
did you have?
yeah, you just
today?
keep eating them
Stop
lifesavers.
eating sugar. You are so hyper right now.
It's just these.
Okay. Anyways,
Caveat.
so the thing is, like, people don't understand the premium market on certain things, right? Like, I understand, you know, Mondo, like really small runs of certain prints, or I understand shoes and I understand supply and demand on shoes and like
Sure,
a premium.
but let's use Mondo as an example. They have a pretty decent system in place.
You don't remember it when it first
Hold on.
came out.
Comparatively speaking to what we're experiencing now through all these retail websites that are trying to put people in queues to buy these consoles.
I'm gonna counter your point. How many times have you been in Mondo, had something in your cart, and had it sniped out of your cart? Because I can right now sit here and count
Okay.
on 2 hands
Okay.
how many times Bobby and I had something sniped out of our cart out of there. Bob, am I wrong?
No, you're not
But I
wrong.
think there's
Okay.
there's a fundamental difference too with Mondo as the example in that they make a finite run of sometimes
people know.
maybe 3,500
and-
units.
It's not even that. It's like 140.
It depends on the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's signed and numbered and
Right.
whatever.
But-
these are mass-produced things.
Well, mass produced. There is a chip, shortage. But the point is people don't understand how this shit works. And then they don't understand premium goods. And what I mean by that, you're not walking into Walmart and buying a t-shirt off the rack. You're buying something that's air quotes a premium good. I'm not going to walk into a sneaker store on a Jordan drop and go, you know what? I'm probably going to get a sneaker. If I wasn't waiting in line at 6:00 in the morning, I'm not getting it. So the thing that people don't understand is that supply and demand's a bitch. And at the end of the day, if Bobby is a free enterprise, and look, if he wants to raffle it off and make money for a cause that he thinks, he wants to use it for,
My checkbook.
his checkbook or, softball or whatever the fuck you want to raffle it off for, right? If that's the case, then that's the case. So I also, right now, let's hold a whole nother thing. People are buying graphics cards. They're buying 3080s, 3070s, that 3070, $500. Okay? And now they're flipping it for $900.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it was less expensive for me to buy a whole fucking computer to get a 3080 than it was to just buy a 3080. So when it gets asshat backwards like that, that's when I'm like, nah, that's a little stupid.
So I'm going to add 2 things to what you just said. One, as it pertains to consoles specifically, this is not a new trend.
No.
This has been going on for 30 plus years.
Well,
In terms of consoles, these manufacturers.
consoles tickle me Elmos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's-
Cabbage
it's a-
Patch Dolls.
It's a normal
yeah.
thing.
But-
Turbo Man.
Furbies.
Anyone? No?
Yes, we got Turbo Man.
Okay.
But consoles in particular, because that's one of the hot items.
Right.
That's been going on since the days of Nintendo. They purposely manufacture less than they would sell to drive up that demand.
Right.
But to your point about what people don't understand, I want to disagree. I think people understand very well at what you're not appreciating, possibly, is they understand greed. One of the basic human tenets of greed.
Rich get richer because I have money to buy them.
Yep. I think at the end of the day, I think it's become. I've never seen it to this extent with a console, and what I mean by that is it's been an entire year.
Yeah, we're going on almost year 3 of the console,
and not being able to fucking buy one. And I think that's like, dude,
is it really year 3?
Yes. So I remember
it came out last fall.
I remember.
Yeah, but we're getting into that year 3 point at this point.
I remember when the Xbox One came out, right? That was that PlayStation 4, Xbox One. That was the big drop, right? And I remember waiting in line and walking into Best Buy and buying my Xbox One. There was no problem. Like I was the 30th person in line.
And you can't do that.
No, dude, I got the Project Scorpio. Like I got the day 1 edition. I walked right in, walked right the fuck out, and I was like, cool. Like there was no, there was no wait there. I mean, I waited in line, but like it's just not a thing anymore. It's not a thing. Like, and that's the thing that I don't understand is I can't walk into anywhere and just buy a console. It's become this like online sniper fest.
Well, the reason why those retailers have not put them on shelves is because it'll turn into fucking chaos because of another fundamental human tenet related to greed. We're fucking savages, and somebody will get bludgeoned to death with a Furby to get their PlayStation.
Well, I would actually pay to watch that.
This isn't a lie. They stopped carrying Pokemon.
Yep.
And baseball cards at Target because people were jumping the workers.
I
swear to God.
Yeah,
I
saw the videos of people. Literally, those workers were putting them out, and then they would open the doors at 7 a.m. or whatever, and there would be a flock of people running in there and just grabbing baskets.
What the fuck
Brian,
is the big thing about baseball cards?
There's a
huge run on cards right now.
Here's the thing. Here's what's happened in the last year and a half, 2 years. Is people have been locked inside and been looking for other ways to do things where they can stay in their home and do things they like. So Pokemon exploded again. All card games, Magic,
collectibles
all of them.
in general.
Yes. So, here's the other thing, and we know this. All three of us sitting here in this room. Brian, you don't know this person, but we knew people that would work at said stores and sit shit back in the back for the employees or their friends. So I actually am not totally upset of employees getting bum rushed by people trying to buy stuff because the employees are the ones that kind of started that fucking deal in the first place.
That's been going on for years.
Yeah, we've always taken advantage of that, so I can't complain.
No, look, I'm not saying we didn't take advantage of it. I'm just saying that has been a thing for years. So
again, it's anytime look, I am all about trying to make money.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a lie. And if people got upset about me trying to sell a PlayStation, they don't want to know what I make off of $11 pops.
No, not at all.
Because I probably have about $200 worth of pops up on eBay right now that I'm going to turn into about $3,500.
Yeah.
So
you want to know what
pops are you buying?
Dude, you got to understand that San Diego Comic-Con pops are immediately.
And those were things that we were getting when nobody cared about
Nobody
them.
gave a shit.
And now I don't really need them. So it's like if I could turn that into $900 pop, like a $10 investment into $900,
dude,
go ahead.
I wish the handful that I had, I would have kept them in the boxes.
But do you want to know what I compared that to?
What?
Softball bets.
It's just 100%, dude.
Just like we had the conversation, you win a tournament, you get a free bat, you raffle that fucking bat off. It was free, and you raffled off for $400 or $500.
Well, is it technically free? You paid the entry to get into the tournament.
Right. Okay, so you paid an entry, but you're
I'm
trying to
saying,
make $200
I get
Everybody
what you're
gets a
saying.
bat?
Well, it depends on the tournament.
But we're just saying in general of there were certain people that were complaining that were a part of this fucking softball community. But it's like, y'all dumb motherfuckers do the same shit.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird concept because I feel like if Bob was trying to make $1,500 or $2,000, I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, come on,
that's egregious.
Brother. I'd be like, come on, brother.
But those are out there, right? Go to eBay, go to OfferUp, go to Craigslist.
He was trying to make a legitimate what they go for.
He was doubling.
Yeah, and which is not, in my opinion, not bad. Okay.
And I wasn't trying to double it off of one person. I was trying to give people the opportunity to win.
Exactly.
Or win their money back.
Exactly. And I feel like the people that were bitching, I screenshotted a couple of people and sent it to Bob, and I was just like, dude, first of all, these people have no reason like to bitch because they're like Brian said, they raffle off bats and shit. Like, dude, I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone raffle off a bat so they can go to Worlds in Florida. And I'm like, okay, cool. I just paid for what? Like your 5 meals when you're down there? Neat. Like, it's just the weirdest thing to me. Like, I don't understand it. I understand what Bob was trying to do. And at the end of the day, like, people are just bitches, dude. It is what it is, man. Like,
yeah.
That's the only way you can
All I
describe
can
it.
say is I won that fucking raffle. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian won the raffle.
Brian won the raffle.
Fuck everybody else.
And Steve, you'll win the raffle next. They usually come out on Thursdays, and when Walmart drops it, I'll make sure to grab you one.
His face, though, when he goes,
dude,
"What the
for
fuck did you
weeks
do
I've
that?"
been sitting.
I
here.
hope we have that on camera. His face.
Dan's been trying to get him for me for weeks.
Oh.
Today he was trying to get me one. Like it's just turned into a Broadway production.
Well, it was
and
my
I'm
thing. I
kinda
told
over
Bob
it.
all
Or
about it.
hear me out. You could just not get one and buy a fucking badass computer and then never have to buy another console ever.
I have a badass computer.
Yeah.
I don't play games on it.
Why?
I do work on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his
Sounds like a stupid
prerogative.
computer.
Oh,
yeah,
of
I don't want
course.
to be upgrading a fucking machine every few years. That's why I got out of the PC. But anyways, let's
Yeah.
get back to Bob's rant.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It like I said, it's just funny. And if these people knew what I made money off of, because I am one
Oh,
of those
yeah.
cards people too.
Oh, dude, Bob's a card shark, dude.
That I will go and I will buy cards, and that's what I invest my money in.
Pokemon
And
cards?
no, like
That's what I
baseball
do.
cards. I've legitimately paid. I mean, packs aren't what they used to be, Steve.
Oh, no,
You don't
they're
get bubble.
What
You
are
don't
they
get bubble
now?
gum. In them.
They're anywhere between about $80 and $400 a pack.
Wait.
Like the box.
No,
What?
a pack.
Like one pack.
One
But
pack.
what are you guaranteed to get in the pack?
Dick in the ass.
Oof, that's rough.
Wait a minute. So you can't just walk into a fucking
Buy a
Target.
$7 pack?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
It was a pack for like $4.99.
No,
Not
there's no
anymore.
$4.99 pot. The cheapest pack you're gonna get are probably hangers or blaster packs and they're gonna cost like $30.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God, and that's the situation. But the fact is, I pulled a $1,500 card out, put it right on eBay, got my money back, double on a box.
But
What
here's
card
okay.
was
So,
it?
but here's the other. Here's devil's advocate. How many fucking flaky ass motherfuckers have you had on eBay? Because I know you've had some.
oh yeah, not pay me,
Yeah.
tons.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. I mean,
Yeah.
at least I haven't had anybody try to like say that I didn't deliver a card or it wasn't
Oh,
in the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
So
I got
it's-
a whole box of cards if you want them.
if they're from our age, they're not worth anything.
They're worth.
They
yeah.
mass produced them.
I got like 4 from our
Yeah.
age, and that's it. 4 that are worth anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Out
weird.
of
It's-
hundreds.
It's like it's
You're
the
telling
weirdest
me my
thing.
Ken
man.
Griffey Jr. rookie card ain't worth shit?
No,
It depends. It
Yours,
depends.
yours are probably fine with the Ken Griffey Jr. stuff, but
Yeah.
a lot of from I want to say they say from like 87 to about 93, 94, most of those cards were mass produced.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that King Griffey, is it what is it, upper deck
I don't know. I can go.
or is it
I
tops?
can look when I get home.
So Tops did 2 versions of that card, and one of them has a Desert Shield or a Desert Storm. That one's worth a fuck ton. The other one's worth a decent amount, but the other one's worth a fuck ton.
I mean, I have 3 Derek Jeter rookies sitting in a fucking
Yeah, but
binder
again, those
somewhere.
are after the
Yeah,
after that.
exactly. Like I have
when
certain
it died.
things. Yeah, I have certain things, but they're just sitting. I'm just sitting on them, kind of thing. It's funny, man. Like even Pokemon cards. Like Pokemon cards are fucking nutty, dude. Like
Th-
I
that
can't
first-
find my Pokemon cards anymore.
that
I had some
first
sweet
gen
ones.
in particular, man.
just
Like,
they're just nutty in general. Like not even that. The new sets that come out, there's always 1 or 2 cards in the set that are worth $300 to $500 immediately.
Always?
Yes, like it almost always. And the thing is,
Are
they're
they
really
just-
hard to pull.
are they just like 1 in a million, literally?
No, they're more or less like they're just secret rares. So like
One
for
in
ex-
10 million.
for example, the last set it was a Pikachu, like it was a VMAX Pikachu, and it was a full art VMAX Pikachu, and they like immediately went for $400. Like, and then the set before that was a Charizard, and like it
I
just
remember that one, but how many are in circulation?
it just depends.
They don't publish
typically
that either.
no
do they?
typically the way it works is like, let's say you buy a case, okay,
Mhm.
a case of like a booster box, right?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
booster box comes with 24 packs or something like that. If you buy a case, it's typically 6 to 10 booster boxes. Typically, you'll pull 2 secret rares out of a case.
Yeah, the case hits.
Case hits. Case always hits.
And how much is a case?
Cases typically, it depends on the set. So, like for example, like Dragon Ball, like which is the ones that I collect. case hits for about $600. So if you hit 2 secret rares, you make double.
Yeah, but that's $600. That's a PlayStation 5.
Even at the markup.
Or I
You
hit
said
2.
$600 for a box of Pokemon cards?
Yep. Well,
Holy-
you're getting 24 packs times 10.
Brian,
So
Yes.
he's
sir.
an adult.
yeah.
Hey, we're all adults and we all have our.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Everyone's
like,
got their vices, dude.
I support every single
I've
one
never
of
bought
you
a
fucking
case.
douches that do your shit, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, holy fucks. Like, I think back when I was 12 years old, and it
But,
was
but
like,
we're talking cases. I'm not talking like buying.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again,
no, I'm talking even when I bought a box of Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I
It
see
was
what
like-
If you had that
20
box,
bucks.
Yeah, 20, 30 bucks.
If
Yeah.
you had that box today,
It'd
you
be
could,
worth-
you could buy a Tesla.
yeah.
Dude, I don't know where they are. I have to go find them.
Do you need to find them? Because if you have Shadowless Charizard, it's worth like 100.
I don't know
grand.
what that is, but
It's worth like 100.
I got
grand.
a shiny Charizard one.
That's what I'm saying. If it's a
Yeah.
Shadowless shiny Charizard, it's worth 100 grand.
Yeah, that's a Cybertruck, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't know where that.
Even if
that's
it's
at, son.
even if it's not a Shadowless, it's still worth a fuck ton of money. And if it says first edition, it's worth insane
Yeah.
amount of money.
Insane.
I mean,
I'm a little mad at myself right now.
it is weird on how that collectible market is went. I mean, Steve gave me an article on the number one Ninja Turtles 9.8.
Yeah,
What
I
was it,
saw that.
250 grand?
At
It's
auction,
crazy,
yeah.
dude.
But there's quite a few 9.8s, and there's that one dude, Bob. I sent you a couple that Red Hood comics. That dude has so many number one turtles of varying grades. I mean, his collection's bananas. He just sent off a giant box or stacks of boxes of books to get graded. His bill to get them graded was over 40 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Like,
dude.
just
That-
for grading.
That's always the fun
That's
part of
what's up.
grading. Anyway, so Ryan texted me the other day. And he's like, I just had the weirdest date. And I'm like, obviously you want this for the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So,
I'm so
I
excited.
immediately text him like after.
Like it was like he was pulling his pants up. He's like, dude, I just had the weirdest date.
And look, okay, I will preface. this.
So, okay, no. Let me set this up.
Ooh.
Okay,
Hold
so
on,
that
you
means-
were
Preface.
pulling your pants up when you texted?
I didn't ask. Who cares?
Okay.
I,
It-
yeah, I
it's a
typed
joke.
with my dickhead.
Yeah, he's just like, and it was just blob. So Ryan went on a
Yes.
date.
Yes.
How did we meet this girl?
I met her on
Hinge.
Yep.
What is
Nailed
Hinge?
it.
Seriously?
Yeah, Hinge.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yep, 100%.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what is Hinge? Because us
It's just one of the
The dating app for gay people.
That's Grinder.
Grinder.
Yeah, explain Hinge because I.
Hinge is basically just another one of the dating apps. It's.
did you feel weird that you were on a dating app called Hinge, which is what most people hang from?
No, that's Hinge wouldn't be.
Oh.
Yeah. No. So it's just one of the dating apps. It's not any different really. Than
Is there
any
a
other.
super like?
There is no super like on this
Okay.
one.
So you met her on Hinge,
Yes.
and who contacted who first?
Actually, I think she sent me a message first.
Is it like Bumble where the girl has to?
No, Hinge isn't like
Dude, what the?
that. You all right?
He's allergic.
To my
You're
bullshit?
bullshit. You're on Grinder, bitch.
Yes, I was. No.
So you met her, and how does this dating thing go? Is it like the other ones, where you're like, can I see your Instagram, and you instantly stalk her? I mean, because you've had some interesting stories here. For this to be the weirdest one, has to be twin magic, and it has to beat the fact that you went on a date with a dude.
Okay, I said it was one of. I didn't say it was the. That one is still. No one will ever beat that one. But
You look shocked that you didn't know he went on a date with a dude.
I feel like I've told you this story.
Whoa.
I've told you guys this. I've told you. I've 100% told you guys this story.
I would know.
I have a faint recollection, maybe.
Doesn't matter. I'll tell the story after
Okay.
we get on.
Yeah,
because
I need to hear this.
It's been told before.
Okay, well,
Let
let's
me
continue
tell
with
this
this
one.
one,
Let
and
me
then
tell
we'll go.
this one.
We'll go
Okay.
to the date. We'll go to the dude one, and we'll let everybody vote on what is the weirdest date.
Okay, so basically here, this is the story. Okay, so we go and we're gonna meet at this like pub, right? Okay, and
Who chose it?
she did.
Okay,
Okay, and it's called Monkey Pants.
so it's her safe space.
Where's it at?
I've heard of
It's-
monkey
Heard of that.
pants.
Yeah, it's actually a cool bar. So it was her choice, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I get there probably 5 minutes before we're supposed to, right? And I'm sitting in the parking lot, and
Beating one off real quick.
yep, totally jerking off, and people keep like pulling up, and they're wearing fucking like Santa outfits, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? Like, and dude, I'm not talking just one or two people. I'm talking like 25, and I'm like, what the fuck? So she calls me and she's like, hey, I'm on my way. And I was like, yeah, just so you know, the entire fucking bar is Santa Claus's. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yes. She's like, okay, well, that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes. So anyways, we get there and we immediately actually hit it off. Super cool chick, fun. And I'm like, okay, cool. This might be a good date, right? And it's a karaoke bar. So I'm like, fuck yeah. I mean,
what did you sing?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man, damn, you are way ahead of it. So, we sit down, we get drinks, we sit down at one of the tables up front, right? And we're talking and everything's cool. And we finish our drinks. She's like, hey, can you get another drink? And I was like, cool. So I get up and I go back to the bar and it takes fucking forever to get a drink. Like, I'm talking forever. Like, the girl kept coming and looking and they never even looked at me. I'm like, can I just please get a drink? So finally, after I get drinks, is I come back. Okay. And as I'm walking back, she's sitting there at the table we're at. And I'm like, who the fuck are these people that are sitting with her? And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's somebody she knows. She goes to this bar all the time, right? So I get there and I sit down, I sit her drink, and she's like, oh, And as we're sitting there, 5 to 10 minutes go by, and I start to realize that she doesn't know these people at all. And so let me paint a picture of the two people. The girl was about 5'2", and had all the chakra tattoos on her hands, and she had crystals around her neck. Okay.
She was centered.
Very.
And you
That
didn't.
bitch was grounded.
And
Yeah.
you didn't dip.
Well, just no. So I'm like, okay.
He's like threesome.
I'm like, weird. It wouldn't have been a threesome.
Okay.
So then the guy,
Oh,
because it's a dude,
hard swap.
yep, was probably 6'3",
Oh.
big guy.
Dick pierced.
He had a gray and a big beard, almost as big as Bob's. But it was okay. And he had a scarf, and he had a bunch of necklaces on with shit in them, right?
Gender neutral, got it.
Yep. And I'm like, okay.
Was
and
he
he's
wearing one of those floppy hats?
he had no
too?
hat on.
Okay.
Had no hat. But he was sitting there, and the girl was right here. The girl I was with was here, and then he was sitting there, and he was rubbing her back.
The girl you were on
Yes.
So wait
Yes.
a minute. Wait, hold on.
Swingers.
Back up.
Swingers.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
just let me tell the story. It
You
gets-
were getting catfished
and I'm
like a motherfucker.
and I'm like,
No.
huh, okay. And I'm like, all right. So I just was like, okay, maybe she knows these people. Maybe, I don't know, whatever, right? So as the date goes on and another 5 to 10 minutes pass, the other girl starts talking about, again, bullshit chakras and her fucking, people and need to love and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so my bullshit meter is just
Yeah.
through the roof, right?
this is a cult.
And I'm like, do you really believe this shit? Or are you just trying to have a threesome with this chick I'm here with? Dude, my bullshit meter was so fucking high. Because I can see right through that shit. Look, I can understand if you're centered or you're very spiritual, whatever. But if you're doing it just to fuck, then you're full of shit. And I don't respect your thought process on that. Dude, I'm telling you,
I don't.
if
What
you
I'm
were
what I'm saying is I don't bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on all of it.
Yeah. So if you were sitting there,
Regardless.
you would have seen right through it too. So
Yes.
okay, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see how this goes, right? Because I could kind of tell that she wasn't into it, but it was really, who knows?
Was the other chick hot? Chakra chick?
Chakra chick. I mean, I would have probably banged her, but she's
But you
not
got
my,
low standards?
Did any of
she
them
was,
have?
She was decent looking. She
Did they
just wasn't
smell
my-
okay?
Yeah,
They didn't smell bad.
They
Okay.
didn't-
Yeah.
No patchouli. No
No.
dreadlocks.
Trust me, I would have known immediately if they smelled like patchouli. Okay, my dad used to burn that shit. Okay, so
I'll bet.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. So time goes on, and he's sitting there, and as he's sitting there, he starts to really open himself up to you know how he's trying to scoot in closer
he's
to
trying to
her.
give good energy.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Or maybe he had some
Trying to rub-
dingleberries.
and
he
I'm
was trying to get
I'm like, bro,
He's got bat wings. He's
Like,
just trying to disconnect.
I'm like, dude, are you just swooping right in, right in front of me? Okay, dude, fine, I guess I'm only on a first date, but whatever. So some time goes by. It's the weirdest, just the weird dynamic, right? So then another girl comes and sits down that they know, and he's sitting next to her, rubbing her back. And I'm like, dude, how many motherfucking people
Is
in
this
here?
just a big fuck club?
I don't know, dude. And
Did you go
and
on
I'm
fuck club
surrounded,
night?
and I'm surrounded by fucking Santa Claus, so it's even weirder, right? So finally, they're like,
Santa
hey,
Claus and a bunch of ho-ho-hos.
dude. I was like, what the fuck? So essentially, we go. They're like, hey, can we? You want to go outside? We're gonna go have a smoke. Do you want to come out with us? And I was like, okay, whatever. So I go outside, and of course, I'm like. At this point, my bullshit meter's so high that anything they say, I'm just ready to challenge them. Like, I'm like, okay, we're going to fucking debate.
Why didn't you just dip?
I do, because it was like, I didn't want to leave because I wanted to see where it was going to go at the same time. Like,
Because there was a chance that I could have banged that dude.
yeah, because I really wanted to fuck the guy. So we're
He was
standing
opening
there.
himself up to me.
We're standing there, and they're saying something. And they're like, yeah, it's all about love, and you got to love everyone. And I'm like, oh, here's my chance. So I'm like,
What about
really?
pedophiles?
I was like, love everyone? And they're like, yeah, it's all about love. And I was like, so you're telling me if a racist walked up a neo-Nazi walked up right now, you would love that person? Well, they were taught that hate. And I'm like, I don't give a shit if they were taught hate or not. I'd curb stomp them right there for being a shithead. Well, that's violence. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. What I said? So the guy started to get offended. And
He
I was
took
like,
off his scarf.
Oh,
and
my
I was
God.
like, okay. I said, well, dude, what if someone walked up and tried to stab you right now? Like just out of the blue.
They were taught how to
He's
stab.
like, I would choke him out.
I would shift my kid. I would shift my liver so
Bro,
it wouldn't get stabbed.
when he said I would choke him out,
With my scarf.
dude, I about lost it. And the girl's like, the girl's like, she's like, you just don't like people. And I was like, no, people are
You're
fine.
right. I hate people.
I was like, people suck. I hate people, and I hate people because they're fucking stupid. She's like, well, you're
Starting
supposed to.
with you.
Oh yeah, and she's like, you need to love everyone, and whatever's triggering you right now. I'm like, nothing's triggering me. People fucking suck.
I'm being triggered by this story
But
because
yeah.
it's just virtue signaling
Yes,
out the
dude,
ass.
it was the whole time I'm there. I'm like, God, I wish my friends were here so we can shit on these people. Like, it was the whole time. Okay, the whole fucking time. All right, so it gets better from here. This is just the icing on the cake.
Then they took you to Wanderlust or
absolutely
whatever
not.
that
So
movie
anyways,
was.
no. So I'm standing outside and my song gets called. Hey Ryan, you're up. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, because it was karaoke
yeah.
night.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, because I'm already like 2 Jack and Cokes and a shot of tequila in. So I'm like, cool, this would be great.
That's a hell of a mix,
So
bud.
oh yeah. So I went inside.
Oh yeah.
And absolutely hammered Bye 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 by NSYNC, and all the girls were loving it.
So for the record, I have an old clip from
Of me,
of almost 10 years back
of me killing
you,
that song.
of you killing that in a road trip
Yeah.
in the car.
Well, I have a clip of him singing with a Backstreet Boy better than the Backstreet Boys.
So I absolutely, and here's the thing: it's a stage with a mic and a mic stand, and I've got the mic off the stand, and I'm absolutely singing to like every girl in the front row, and I'm just killing it, right? So song goes done, and I get off, and the girl is like, "Hey, the chakra chick and the big douchebag are like, hey, we're going to Yucca Tap Room." And I'm
That's
like, all right,
like
cool. I was
Yucca.
like, all right, cool, fuck off, like,
Didn't
neat.
that burn down?
I wish.
Did
and
it?
with them in it. And I was like, all right, cool, later. And the girl I'm with is like, oh, okay. And then like they leave. And we have a drink after it. And at this point, she's pretty tipsy. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, hey, so
Can I see your dick?
I'm gonna go back to do you want to come back to my place? I'm gonna change. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
This is the shocker
Yeah,
chick.
no, this is the girl that I'm on the date with. I was like,
okay.
okay, whatever. So I go back to her place and we're walking around. She's like, oh, do you think I don't know what this thing was, but she's like, what do you think about this top? And I was like, okay, whatever.
So you're
you see
at
her-
her place.
Did
Yeah.
you see her boobs?
I saw her bra.
So hold on, when you
Not
walked
boobs.
in, I need you to paint a picture
Yes.
of her abode. Were there large tapestries
No,
hanging up?
she's not a hippie.
Okay.
She's not, the girl I was on a date with wasn't a hippie.
Okay.
So I was like,
I didn't know if this was just like a whole tribe that you
so
had
she
fallen
says,
into.
so then she gets changed and she goes, hey, I'm gonna go to Yucca Tap Room, and I'm like, okay, and she's like, yeah, can you give me a ride? And I was like, I guess. I was like, I guess. And
So
she's like,
she
well,
had you
hold
help
on.
pick out the outfit,
Steve,
and then she
shut up.
wanted
Yes,
to.
Steve, you're killing this story. Okay, so
Ugh.
and I'm like, yeah, I guess. And she's like, yeah, so I really want to try to have a threesome with them. She flat out told it. And I was like, wait,
Then
what?
why the hell?
I was
did
like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, can you drive me there? And I'm like, at the same time,
Did you take her?
I did. And let's
are-
hold on, because it gets better. Because dude,
You got snookered.
dude. So I'm like, okay.
Hey, Ryan, can you drive me here so I can fuck other dudes?
So on the way there, she says to me, she says, I just got out of a really long relationship, and
I'm into patchouli.
and she says, I haven't like had a wild side. And I was like, the thing is, like,
Okay, that's
but I
That's
sort of
cool.
understood
Have
it.
you ever fucked in a right-handed sided driving car?
Why? And I sort of understood.
You want to talk about adventure?
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
the thing is,
have you ever paid in a drive-through as a passenger?
anyway, so I sort of understood it because I had that same thought process after I got out of my relationship, right? I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So I was like, fuck, I can't be mad at this. So I get there and she's like,
Did she tip you?
She's I wish.
Did you get a 5-star rating?
I should
Uber?
have. So we get there and we stop and she's like, hold on, I want to talk to you for a second. And I'm like, okay. She's like, look,
Chloe?
she's like, I feel like this was the weirdest date you've ever been on. I'm like, well, it's the second weirdest date I've ever been on. But I said,
"What's
I'm
the
not,
weirdest?"
I'm like, and I'm not going to fucking lie to you. I told her I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to talk about this on a podcast. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, this is a fucking content for a podcast that I do. And she's like, well, you need to tell me what you're going to say.
I don't gotta
And I'm
tell
like,
you shit.
I was like, look, I'm not ruining content, but I'm going to tell you right now. This is, and she's like, so then in her drunk self, she tries to record what I'm going to say because she wants to hear what I'm. And I was like,
gonna threaten you. It's gonna
yeah. And I was like, okay,
It's
no, that's
liable.
not happening. But she's like, so then she gets serious and she's like, well, you know, I want you. She
If
goes,
you let me stick it in your butt, I won't talk about it on the podcast. The date, but I will talk about fucking you.
yeah, well, yeah, in the car, yeah, on the right-hand drive car. So, but it was so weird because
Yo,
she-
baby, I'd fuck you in here, but I just spent $300 on a detail.
So I didn't drive that car. I wasn't driving that car to that date.
You drove the daily commute.
I did, yes. So she's like, look, if I didn't have fun on our date, I wouldn't still be sitting here and having this conversation with you because I feel like, she's like, I feel like our date got sabotaged. I'm like, you fucking think?
By you, dummy.
Yeah. I was like, by you, because you're the one that's like, hey, I'm gonna go try to fuck these people. So
At any point, you could have turned to me and said, hey, Ryan, I want to have a wild side. Is there any girl you would fuck with me?
yeah, like she's
I would've
like,
been like,
she tells me
yes?
straight up. She goes right before she gets out of the car, like maybe like 5 minutes. She's like, when I first saw you, I thought you were vanilla. And I'm like,
A vanilla gorilla.
I was
Look at
like-
my
And then
dick.
he reached in his pants and pulled out his butt plug. And
dude,
he's
I'm like,
"Is this
first of
vanilla?"
all, bitch, I am far from vanilla. And
Uh,
Yeah, you're like Swirl. Just
yeah, there's a.
What the fuck
no.
does that mean?
You don't know what that means?
No.
he's
Vanilla's plain.
Yeah.
plain.
Yeah.
But he's
So, and I'm like, okay, and she's. I was
he's like
I-
vanilla and
He's
butterscotch
like a
though.
chocolate chip cookie dough.
no,
bitch.
yeah, exactly. Chocolate chip cookie. That's where I would be.
Mm.
So here's the funny thing.
I'm Tropical Skittles.
So she goes, well, really? And I'm like, yeah, like you judge a book by its cover. Like, I'm sorry that I'm a nice guy in person and like try to have a nice date.
That I was trying to curb stomp people on.
I mean, I would have curb stomped that guy. I would have rid the world of an
I
idiot.
laugh. He choked you out with his scarf.
I doubt that would have happened.
So
So anyway, so she's like, well, do you want to make out? And I'm like, what? I'm like,
She's
what?
like, I got it. You gotta prime me and get my
I was
pussy
like,
wet.
This just reminds me of 40-year-old virgin.
I was like,
Yeah.
I guess
we could still
So,
make
like,
out.
you should have asked. So you want me to prime you?
Yeah.
So you're ready for
So
games.
so
at
I
the
so I
time.
kiss her, right? I kiss her.
And then I walk her into patchouli guy, and I'm like, yo, I dipped the oil. She's ready to go. Good luck.
So I kiss her and I like, you know, I bit her bottom lip and she goes, oh, you're not vanilla.
You're not vanilla.
And I was like,
no, I'm just fucking hungry.
I was like, no, your lip looked like it tastes good. It was just, dude. And so she,
Okay,
so
you
here's the best. So here's the
bite
best
all your
part.
lips, bitch.
Here's the best part, right? So she goes, she's like, oh, you know, I'll text you. I'm like, okay.
I'm
So
good.
she's
I'm
like,
good.
I'll let you know. She's like, I'll let you know what happens. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
whatever.
okay, give me a play-by-play, please.
So I get a text at 2:00 in the morning,
Oh, God.
and like I didn't
Ryan,
see it
can you
until the
drive
morning.
me back from patchouli guy's house?
I didn't see it.
My Uber didn't answer. Can you
I
pick
didn't
me
see it
up?
until the morning. It was so and so is being very possessive of the guy, and I'm like, so I texted her back. It's like, so
What'd you think was gonna
So I was like,
happen?
did the threesome happen? She's like, no, and I'm like, wow, what a waste of your time. That sucks.
So did you update your Hinge profile to be Uber driver for those seeking three-ways?
I mean, here's the thing.
That should be your bio.
I mean, fuck, at this point, I guess I probably should start an Uber.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm the dating Uber.
Yeah, you can make some side cash.
Dude, the whole thing.
The drinks cost 36. The drive costs you 54.
Yeah. Dude, it was the weirdest thing, dude. Like, I'm like, it just kept getting weirder. And at the same time, I'm like, well, I got to see where this goes. Like, I can't, like, I got to see. Like, I need to know. And, dude, it just kept getting weirder.
Did you give her your real number or do you got a burner number?
I wish I had a burner.
You
phone.
need a
You can
burner
get a
number.
burner number on Google.
Yeah, Google Voice, dude.
Yeah,
Really?
and they'll
Yeah.
make you a fake number that'll
Yeah.
get text messages and phone
Yeah,
calls
yeah,
to
yeah.
you directly
I've
to your
had one
phone.
for like 15
Fuck,
years.
I need to do that.
Or 12 years, yeah.
So, I
do it.
mean,
I
you
need to
still
do
talking
that.
to her?
She texted me the other day, and I responded, and it was like, but it's
Have you seen her boobies?
no, I didn't see her boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
Like
I don't know
kids.
if like I have like this thing that's branded on my forehead that says sucker.
No, there's a lot to
Says
brand.
vanilla.
I don't have that big of a forehead.
Well, it goes back far.
Yeah. Okay. Just because my
It's like
hairline,
it's like a horseshoe.
it's coming from the guy that has the same hair.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. 5 head.
He's like, I can smell my own.
I know the jokes. Come on.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Okay.
That's definitely top 3 weirdest date.
Okay, now these guys were not aware of the fact that
Yes.
you went on a date with was a trans male.
Yes.
I don't recall.
I've told
I
you
don't
this story.
think-
So
100%
I
goes
will
to it.
give the Reader's Digest version real quick for the listeners and everybody else that hasn't heard him tell this story. I think it was originally told on Rain Man.
Yes.
But Ryan went on a date that he met somebody off of one of these apps. He went to Buffalo Wild Wings. He walked in. The girl had an Adam's apple.
Yep.
They walked and
I
went
remember
pee at the same stall.
That's
really.
not true. don't.
I remember the Adam's apple.
No, what happened?
I was just watching Brian's face as I said that.
What happened was about 5 minutes. Hold on.
He's like,
About-
I gotta go pee, and Ryan's like, I do too. And then they get up, and then they walk in. And wait, what?
About 5 minutes in the date, I was like, okay, I understand what's going on here. And so
Ryan being the perfect gentleman.
I was being a nice guy. I stayed. I paid for dinner. We had a great conversation.
Did
and
he
that
bit
was
her
it.
bottom lip and her nutsack?
No, I gave her a hug and I bounced, and that was it. I never talked to that person ever again.
Did you feel her bulge?
No,
Did you swap numbers with her?
no, absolutely not. And it was one of those things like in the date, I thought to myself of like, first of all, for you to not tell me that
Fucked.
is
It's a little fucked
yeah,
up.
but also at the same time, I thought about it as like it's probably really fucking hard for her to find a date and go on
Absolutely.
like a normal date with someone. I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna be a prick and just leave. I
Yeah.
was like, that's fucked up.
Good for
so
you, man.
I
Good for you.
stayed. I paid for dinner. It was actually a really fun conversation, and that was it. And
It's like talking to one of my boys.
but it was but it was weird, man. Like it was. I felt.
Did
I-
you see her tits?
No, no, I didn't.
Her dick?
No, I didn't see that.
Did she
either.
see your tits?
No.
Did she
Did-
see
I
your
don't
dick?
have. Jesus Christ. It was weird. You know,
Did
that was the
anybody
weirdest
see
thing.
dick?
No. If you want to see a dick, just Brian will whip it out for you. He talks about whipping it out all the time.
Google me.
Google me. I mean, I'm sure some of the Redditors would love to fucking Google
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Here's the thing, man. It's just dating for me in the last 5 years.
It sounds weird, man.
It's the weirdest fucking thing, dude. And but it's funny. So like this whole date was this latest one was like I just want to see where this goes, because at this point I'm already sort of
You're there for the show.
yeah, I'm already having a good time. Like I went up and had fun at karaoke. Like so I'm like, well, let's see where this fucking goes. And because if not, the first thing that popped in my head was like, I'm gonna text Bob. This has got to be something that goes on the fucking air, because it's like it's content. Like
Everything is content.
everything
Everything
is
is bit
content.
to us.
and the whole situation just kept getting weirder and weirder. And I was just like,
It
Dude,
was
I
weirder
like
and weirder and better and better.
yeah.
the fact that you are gentleman enough to be like, yes, ma'am, I will drive you to Yucca Tap Room for your threesome.
Yeah.
I think what you should do is also update your profile and say, I'm not vanilla. I've been on dates such as these.
Yeah,
And
just
give a
name
brief
them off.
like bullet
Yeah,
list.
just like a bullet.
We need to
point.
write Ryan's dating profile.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man.
Are you interested in dates like these?
Dude, I'm telling you right now. This is my
Are
experience. in the last
are you a
five-
pre-op with a penis? Are you somebody out of a relationship that is looking for a threesome? I will drive you there.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of Tiger King?
I have noticed at this point in the last 5 years of
Do
dating.
you like Japan?
That actually never works.
What about with Japanese girls?
Oh yeah, tell me how many Japanese girls are in Phoenix, dude. Yeah, exactly.
5.
Yeah, that's 5, and I've probably already swiped them. So there's the point. The point
Is the
like,
swipe slanted?
yes, it's slanted like their pussy.
Wow.
It's not true.
So
It's not true.
I just know from facts.
I've noticed that if you are
It's not
nice,
slanted.
if you're
If you're
you
nice,
know what? Fuck it, doesn't
if you're
matter.
nice
No,
enough
go
to
ahead.
work-
Nope, doesn't matter.
No, go ahead.
Nope, doesn't matter.
Come on.
Nope.
I've given you like 20 minutes to tell these stories.
I know, I'm done.
Hey,
It's
I will
done.
say I commend you on sticking that out.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It-
for sure.
It's just, dude, like as you date, and especially like at least my experience in the last 5 years is, I will go into dates and be like, I'm either gonna be nice or I'm gonna be a prick. Like, and I'm gonna and I do it because I want to see how it works out.
but
because
how do you distinguish that? Like when do you
The
I'm
magic
sorry,
8-ball.
When do you distinguish that?
The Ryan 8-ball.
it's within the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because like I can tell what you're looking for in the first 5 minutes. If you just want to fuck, then cool. Like,
Then I'm gonna be a dick and we're
Yep.
gonna fuck.
exactly. But like if I try
But
to
if
be
you
a
need a
gentleman,
ride to the Yucca tap room, be a sweetheart.
I try to be as nice as possible, dude. And if
Have
you know,
you tried not using dating apps?
it doesn't, dude. Where am I gonna meet?
Do you know how
Where am I
hard
gonna go?
dating
I don't
is
go out, dude.
nowadays, though?
I don't go out.
You go get groceries, don't you?
Because dude, no, that doesn't. Nope, that's not my style. And I would never hit on a girl at the gym. Never.
I could just see Ryan right now.
Yo, baby, you like baked beans? Me too. We should go out.
Yo, what
That's
you
just not
gonna
how-
do? What you gonna do with them beats?
Yeah. hey, you like turkey meat? I do too. What's up? You want to see my dick?
What kind of flavor you put in that turkey, girl?
Yeah.
My point being
You know,
is,
boar's
You
head
like
or-
Capri Sun? Because I do.
boar's head or
Oh, you like
Hillshire,
Pacific
baby.
Cooler? I'm out.
Yo, I buy them mini Mountain Dews too. Makes me feel like I ain't drinking so much.
Yep. You like sparkling water? Oh, bitch, I'm out. I like spring water.
Oh, baby, I was interested in you till I saw the little tampons in your thing. Call me when Aunt Flo's done.
wow.
I got really urban there, apparently. I don't.
Yeah, you,
Yo,
you kinda,
Yo, baby, yo, baby.
Yo,
you
baby.
kind of do every time you get like that.
That's weird. I don't get
Yeah.
that. Whatever.
Dude, dating's hard though.
It-
man, now,
dude,
honestly,
especially
at
'cause,
our
like-
age. So fuck you, Steve, and your massive dick. First, and
Yeah,
foremost.
here's the
All
thing.
I'm saying is you can go about it a different way.
Of course, I've tried
and,
it.
And it's the random encounters is when you're going to meet the actual special someone.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
Yo,
I've
baby,
gone-
get off that short bus.
I've
I'm
gone
looking for the
months.
special someone.
I've got months of I delete all the apps and just let's see what
Jerk
happens.
off to porn.
And dude, I don't go out. I'm not gonna hit on somebody in the
well,
fucking.
but when you say don't go out, that's my point, Ryan. You're not going to find that special someone at a fucking club.
You
And-
also have to understand, Steve, that the last time I had a relationship with a special someone, they pooped on my heart, and I'm
They
still
ripped his heart out!
I'm still pretty fucking bitter about it. At the end of the day,
I get
and
that.
so I don't trust anyone. Like I'll go on these dates and I don't trust anybody. Like
And I think it's fair to have a guard up, but not everyone out there is a repeat of what you experienced.
well, you know-
So the more you have that guard up, you're not going to make a connection.
you don't know that because you're not dating, dude. I'm telling you,
You
right
act
now.
as though I have not been in those shoes.
I'm telling you right now, dude, the state of dating in 2021
It's
is
hard.
literally they either want one or two things. They either want to fuck
Or a drive to the Yucca tap room.
or they want to get married. There is no in between.
Well, it depends on the age range in which you're fishing in,
Dude,
right? Because if you're fishing, in a
Bro,
certain
I'm
range-
telling you, it's literally everyone. Like I'm not shitting you.
It's
Th-
true.
Yo,
it's-
man, I'm from Sun City to
Oh,
the
here-
elementary school.
Dude,
They only want two things.
It's not the same.
Sun
of-
City, they want to die.
but it's not the same. Like you can't just go and show up and
You
like
got insurance?
go meet up with friends somewhere and then it randomly just happens. It's not like that anymore.
No, and
It's really
and here's the
not.
thing, dude. Like at the end of the day, at least the girls that I've met that I've been interested in that are like, oh, this might be something, is always a friend of a friend. It's never I go out
It's
somewhere.
never a random.
No, it's never.
Okay,
dude,
so
it's
here's
not
a,
random
a
at
thought.
all.
Here's a hypothesis. Do you think that all of these dating apps have contributed to this situation?
Oh,
which
for
you
sure.
both are describing?
100%. Because what happens, here's
Yeah,
what happens,
absolutely.
Steve, is that on these dating apps, you meet someone or you swipe with someone and you match, and you're like, oh, this person's cool. You talk for a
I
week,
super like that bitch.
and then all of a sudden, the next best thing is one more swipe away.
Right. There's a psychological aspect to this that I don't think any of these app developers or creators.
They don't
have.
care because they make money off
Don't give a
people.
fuck.
They don't care.
It's the Jurassic Park syndrome, Ryan. They They could, but they didn't stop to think if they should.
No.
And once the thing is already
No,
out,
it's Star Wars Phantom Menace. There's always a bigger fish.
well, it's
Yeah.
okay, fair.
Yeah.
But
I like fat
but my
chicks.
point is, they created a product or a service and put it out into the world without understanding.
Do you have
what the
Tourette's?
ramifications are.
It's and like to reiterate on what he said was it's always a friend of a friend. I mean, even the girl I'm dating now, like I met her through
A friend.
our mutual friend.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's not a bad way to meet
No,
people.
no,
Yeah,
not
well,
at all.
it's not unless you have really bad wingman, and that's a whole other story from a whole other time, because
I've got Ryan Lade being a wingman.
he has. But then one of our other friends got me almost fucking in big trouble. So, yeah,
With another man again?
no, dude,
Oh,
well, I
okay.
don't know why you went there.
I don't know.
Jesus, go on one date with a trans, and you're labeled you like guys. I don't understand.
No, there's a lot of other
No, you
reasons
just
why.
open to dating them.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Holy fuck.
I mean, I'm on your page. It was funny.
yeah.
It's
You know what?
funny.
Hey, why don't you fuck you and your girlfriend, and fuck you, Steve, and your girlfriend. And you know what? Fuck all you guys. Okay.
All right.
You'll
Fucking-
get back up on that horse, buddy.
I'm a-
I believe in you.
It's not that I'm not fucking. that's a whole other story.
That's true.
So, Ryan,
Oh God, here we go.
you've been about COVID rules over
Ah.
this 2021.
Yes.
So one of my Canadian friends sent this over to me. Kenny, who is, I don't know who it is to Edmonton, wants to change the COVID rules, says that his own Christmas plans would violate the current restrictions. So the dude that makes the law in Canada, Alberta will relax COVID-19 restrictions next week so more people can gather for Christmas, says Premier Jason Kenney. Kenny detailed his own Christmas plans Friday and said he would not comply if he left the current fourth wave restrictions in place. So this man, who is a lawmaker in Canada, went and adjusted the rules so he
he
would
could
not
have
be in
Christmas.
violation of his own rules.
Sounds like the
Jesus.
company I work for.
Sounds like anybody who's ever had any sense of power ever in the history of mankind.
That might be the biggest, misuse of your power ever. Dude, first of all,
I'll be gathering with 3 family members, and we're all fully vaccinated. Come from 3 different households, only 4 people. But we wouldn't be able to do that based on the current rules, he announced at a Calgary hospital.
holy fuck.
because there are rules there if you come from separate households.
Yeah, I think they had that California rules.
That's so fucking stupid, dude.
I mean, how much of a violation is that of just like ethics that you're just like
A massive one.
yeah,
and especially in Canada, where Canada is
the nicest people in the world.
They're the nicest people in the world, but they're definitely more socialist leaning and controlling than many others.
Dude, that's so fucking stupid.
I just thought it was insane that she had sent this to me, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, legitimately.
well, yeah, you don't like the rules that you make, you might as well fucking change them.
Exactly. She's like,
Fuck it.
no, that's not allowed. Well,
It is now, bitch.
No, I'm gonna change that. So,
Well, that-
But
Dude,
can
you know
he
what?
single-handedly change it?
according to this article,
Dude,
yes.
He's the law.
Bro, that's like in...
Remember-
He's like Dredd.
Yeah.
No, it's like Batman versus Superman. How did you get the house back? I bought the bank.
Yeah,
oh shit. Okay.
It's insane that there's something out there that we could just make the laws. Like, it would be, I mean, like anything else. Sir, you were speeding. It's
Sorry, I just changed the speed limit. It's
yeah. Hold on, real quick.
it's 92.
We can go 100 on this road now.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's a school zone.
And,
Fuck it.
Look, it's no different than what they just did with our defense budget here in the States, right? They just did a $735 billion or whatever the fuck it was bill for the defense and military, right?
I feel
And 15 of the people that voted for it all have stocks and vested interest in defense contractors.
Wait, so you just ordered how many cruise missiles from Raytheon? Oh, and you own stock in Raytheon?
Right.
Huh. Weird.
And you passed the bill, and you wrote the legislation. No,
Holy fuck, makes total sense now.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
And
Dude.
the world is corrupt, and yet I'm getting yelled at for trying to make money off a PlayStation.
Yeah,
It's people like you, Bob, that grow up to
Yeah.
be like people like
Bob.
them.
Bob, you were threatened to get fired because you didn't get the shot, even though you work from home. You know, like that's how fucking stupid.
You
the
know
world
what?
is.
That is a really good point. I didn't even fucking think about
The
that.
UPS man could have got COVID
You're a
from me.
piece of shit.
Why?
I don't know.
I got my shot.
because
Yeah.
laws and rules.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
it's
the law, bitch.
we are living in the time frame of scared and fucking stupid people, and I stick to what I said on that date. Fucking people are stupid, and that's why I fucking hate them.
Well,
Damn it, Kim Jong Un.
And the constant in all of this, Ryan, we live at a moment in time where we have the greatest life that's ever been known to mankind, ever in the history of mankind, and we have access to
So many cool things.
so many cool things, and the world
Knowledge.
of knowledge
Yep.
at your fingertips, quite literally, for most people, not everyone,
Yeah,
but for most
for the most
people,
part, yeah.
and porn.
and
Well,
porn,
yes, porn is yes.
and
Do you
yet
think
Bingo.
we've not evolved any further than our base animalistic instincts.
I
and
think we have
stupidity.
evolved because you think about porn in general. I would not know all the tricks I know now if it wasn't
That's
for internet
dude.
porn.
He's so right. He's so right. I
Like
wouldn't. Yeah.
we were talking with Lauren and what's Angelica's new name? Haley,
Haley, yes.
host from our network.
Angelica's new name, he says.
I mean, she changed it.
I know, but
And we were talking about Skinamax porn
yeah.
when we were young and
Yeah.
how when we started having sex that I didn't know that those weren't positions you can actually enter a vagina or a hole in a body because of the way they shot those things.
This means you have a small dick.
No, there's no way. Have you seen Skinamax porn?
No.
Yeah.
There's straight to the hard
there's
stuff.
No penetration, dude.
There's no way to penetrate.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Ryan had a better chance of
My
penetrating.
life is a
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. So, but then go to like the porn you see today, and you see positions, and you see different things that are done that you didn't know existed. And we've evolved so much sexually in our weird Puritan fucking
You're not
nation.
wrong.
I wouldn't say evolved. I think that we've been exposed to it. You go back to ancient Kama Sutra in India or Rome or the Greeks, they knew
I
about this
honestly-
Yeah,
shit.
but
honestly,
nobody
Bob,
reads, Steve.
You know
we
what?
want to
though?
watch.
You know what, Bob? Bob, I actually agree with Steve because like in my dating, you know, I've gone out with a couple girls that were like 20, 21, like
Yeah, and they want butt sex.
dude, they are way dude, I'm telling you right now, they are way more sexual than I ever was at 20 and 21. And I'm like
Because they
I'm
got
like
OnlyFans.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like I not that I was like overwhelmed, but at the same time I'm like, is this for real?
You're just
like
taken back.
I
Yeah,
don't know
I
what
was-
to do with my hand. Why is
Yeah.
her mouth on my butthole?
yeah, I'm like, holy fuck, like dude, I've had
yo, I barely wiped. Get away from there.
like a girl would come over and within 10 minutes I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're not fucking watching this movie. Like
There's no Netflix and chill.
no, it's just straight fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, whoa, okay. I mean, I'm not against this.
Babe, I shouldn't skip the intro. You're already sucking my
Yeah, like this is a really good movie. Do you not want to watch this? Like,
You're gonna want to watch this.
you're gonna
Pull your
want to
head
see
up.
this. That's why I picked a movie
like-
you haven't seen.
He just grabs her by her hair and pulls her up. This is an important part of the movie.
The,
You're
du-
gonna miss this.
the WB logo is up and
Yeah.
she's already on his
Dude,
his junk.
it's weird, man. Like,
You're not gonna understand it if you don't read the scroll. Get off my dick.
Wait,
I'm just
you're
tell-
watching Phantom Menace with her?
I'm like,
This is
you
the
know,
most
Harry
important
just
movie
got sorted into Gryffindor. This is a big deal, okay?
Get
like-
your dick off of my or your mouth off of my sorting hat and watch this scene.
Dude, I agree with Steve. It's we're much more sexual now, and it's
It's exposure.
exposure, and it's the weirdest thing, man. Like it doesn't shock me by any means, but at the same time, like I'm like, whoa, okay, fucking
now,
0 to 100.
let's
like,
take that full circle, and I'll be the first to say that I'm not all about conservative, like hardcore conservative values or puritanical values or anything like that, or religious values, right?
Yeah,
I appreciate aspects of all of them. But if you think about what you were saying earlier, and we were talking about the dating apps and just these behaviors, and what you're describing now as experienced behaviors through these situations, you could stand back if from 50,000 foot view and go, have we devolved as a society or as a culture because of said exposure? Because we're not making any real human connections or anything long-lasting or foundational. It's all fleeting, looking for that bigger, better fish, and constantly in search of something because we don't even know who the fuck we are.
Well, Steve, we have devolved, and that's going to get me into the last topic for this year. I mean, think of the cancel culture in general. That there is no working with anybody to try to make them a better person. It's automatically you made one mistake. And in 2021, we saw that a lot. You made that mistake. It was exposed. You never had a chance to even defend yourself, and you were just sent on as being canceled. Whether it's your stunt double Ellen had to lose her show this year, to Dave Chappelle, to everybody else that got canceled this year. I mean, the cancel culture is ridiculous. I think there was two more, like Chris Noth.
I don't know who that is.
That's Mr. Big from Sex and the City.
Yep.
He died anyways. He fell off his Peloton or whatever.
Okay, only in the thing. But he was canceled because two girls, without any kind of thing, said that he was a sexual assault. A dude from Curb Your Enthusiasm and Goldberg's was canceled.
Who was canceled from Curb?
The big dude.
Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff
Goldblum.
Green?
Yeah, he was canceled today.
Today?
I think it was today or yesterday.
What?
He had to leave the Goldbergs because he didn't get along with somebody on the Goldbergs, and they complained, and so he had to leave, and he was canceled off of the shows. I mean, that's the way we're going, and that's the part of the de-evolution, as you want to call it.
You hurt my feelings. I'm gonna ruin your world.
Yeah, like you offended me, and I can never come back. I can never have a chance to defend myself. That's just how it goes.
Holy shit, Jeff Garland.
It's bullshit, dude.
Whoa.
It's look. I am not condoning anybody doing anything bad to anybody else, right? I'm not. But at the same time, this whole cancel culture thing is fucking weird to me.
Look, there's a fine line.
Johnny Depp got canceled because he was a wife beater. Not proven.
Everybody should get a second chance or an opportunity to right the wrongs that they've done. But there should be a level of accountability too for when people
look.
do
I'm not arguing that.
something
I'm saying that
wrong.
I'm saying that canceling people because you don't like what they said, like Dave Chappelle, is horseshit. Like
That is horseshit.
That the guy's a fucking comedian, and comedy should there should be a gray line there. Trying to cancel
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, trying to cancel Eminem. Like, dude, come on, guys. Like, the whole thing is fucking weird to me, and I don't get it. Are you really that fucking triggered and upset about somebody saying something? Get a fucking life, okay? It's fucking stupid. Worry about your own shit, okay? Worry about the 3-foot circle you live in. If it's outside that 3-foot circle, you can't fucking you can't control it, so fuck off. Who cares? That's the thing that I don't fucking understand, is that there's so many people want to have their hands and everything in someone else's fucking business. And it's bullshit. It's so fucking bullshit, and it makes me so angry on a daily basis because I'll go through like Twitter or I'll go through something, and
there'll be Bass Pro Shop hats.
Dude, I don't even get me started on that.
You know who solved this problem quite eloquently and succinctly?
Justin
35 years ago.
Justin Bieber wasn't alive.
About 45 years ago, maybe now, or 40-ish. Michael Jackson. He told everyone, if you want to change the world, look in the fucking mirror.
Yeah. Dude, it's mind-boggling to me.
Did you just quote a child molester? All right. With that, I think I'm done for the year. We will see you in 2022
Happy
where
holidays.
Steve will back up more child molesters.
What the fuck?